Hey there, folks. I am Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and tonight I'm starting a new diamond painting over here in, I believe, your top left corner. It is a beautiful koi fish in a pond with a water lily up here and a few water lilies down here. And I'm really excited to do this one. I really like fish. I love koi fish, goldfish, any kind of fish for ponds. And yeah, the colors of this thing are going to be beautiful. There they are. And also, my friend Jackie from Handcrafted with Jackie is going to be with us in just a couple of minutes. She's ending her own live stream. And like I said, she'll be here in just a minute. You know what? I forgot my lipstick and I look like a homeless woman up here. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Queens Crafts by Bridget. Bridget, I'll just call you Bridget. How's that? Let's see. What tray do I want? I really like these trays here. Now, I've got a few different ones. I got this one that comes in all the Amazon kits. And then I've got this one that I got from the kits that you get at Michael's make market kits. And then this one came in, let me think real quick. Oh, this was the one I got. I don't know where I got this one from, to be honest with you. It's okay though. I like this one better. So I'm going to use it. There we go. Put this thing on here. Do y'all like these spongy things? Because I'm not sure that I do, especially when they start sliding. But it is a little more comfortable to use. So I'm going to do that. Let me put this one. This one came with 2 pens, which was kind of cool. Hey, Jane Doe, how are you?
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Awesome.
Okay, I can't hear you. That's because I muted you.
Okay.
Okay, now I can. Okay.
You can hear me now? Okay, great.
Yeah. Do you have music on your end? Do you want me to leave this music or cut this music off, or?
Whichever is comfortable for you. I don't necessarily want the music.
Okay, I'll cut it off.
If you want to listen to it in your...
I don't know, because can you hear it on your end? You can hear it on your end.
I can barely hear it at all. I mean, it's once in a great while I'll hear a little note, but that's it. Oh dear, what number is that? I got to familiarize myself with the symbols because this is the first time that I've pulled this out and looked at it. I ironed it on the back, but it still has a little bit of a hump in it. But I'm not going to worry about that because it'll settle down. It's not a crease. It's just a bit of a hump. I really hope that's a 1. I'm going to...
Okay, so I need to...
Yeah, that's good. It is. Okay. So here we go. The blues in this thing are absolutely beautiful. And I'm not a huge fan of blue, but I was impressed with the blues that came in this.
Hey, God, Cesar says I might fall asleep on you.
No, I saw that.
Looks nice. Oh, look, Bridget came over.
No, I see that.
Yeah, I'm glad she came over.
You hear it a little bit, God's Desire?
The music?
It's okay.
No, I'll cut it off. I don't need it. I just do it for y'all, and then y'all just bear with me. I mean, they were bearing with me on my live, and now I'm over here on yours.
Fine. You're fine.
I'm learning. You visit all the time, so people, you know how to do it all. I
do.
This is only my 2nd visit ever, and my first visit ever was just my avatar. I didn't have anything. Let's see. And you know me, of course, I'm looking at the chat because that's what I do.
I know.
Okay.
Ooh, and we've got 5 people already. That's more than I thought we would have.
Hopefully more of them will come over, but I imagine people are taking a little break, getting a drink,
Sure.
because I have to go. I'm gonna go get my tea. I was gonna do coffee, but I think I'm gonna do tea and use the restroom, and then I will be back.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I don't think I can show. Yeah, like I can't show stuff on your screen when it's you, but
What do you mean?
well, I was gonna try to show like the yarn that I was looking on Bridget's website.
You can show it.
Well, no, I can't because I can't. But it's just so pretty. I know. I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, it's one of those where you're like, you want to buy it, but you shouldn't.
Yes.
You know very well that you should not.
Yeah.
But
I did that the other day.
Calling to me.
It's calling to you.
It is. It is. And it wouldn't even be for me. It would be to make something for my daughter. It wouldn't even be for me. But it's like I see it and it's her,
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll be honest with you right now.
You're gonna say do it.
I would do it. I mean, seriously.
That's where I'm at too. Like I'm really considering it because I would get her a gift anyway. So with this, I'm kind of like
Exactly.
getting me a gift because I'm getting it and then I'm going to get to work on it. So that's even better. And then I'm going to get to gift it and bring joy to someone else.
That's right. Right.
So it's like a gift that's just going to keep on giving.
It's a threefer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I think if it were me, I would definitely do it. But oh, there's that. Shoot. Let's see.
But anyway, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, go ahead, do what you gotta do, and come right back when you're finished. Charlotte, I have 2 Virginia Sweets tomato plants, but no tomatoes yet. Me too, God's desire, but I am really happy for you. Man, I tell you what, you're not going to believe it when you taste that tomato. I promise you. You're going to be, and I don't want to hype it up too much because I don't want you to have, get any kind of preconceived notions of this amazing tomato, but I'm telling you, I love it. It's one of the best tomatoes I've ever eaten in my entire life. And if you can think of like some of the best meals you've ever had in a restaurant, because, I can count a handful of meals that just stuck with me for a lifetime. And that's kind of how this tomato is. It's stuck with me for a lifetime. That one and black creme. I love a black creme as well. But I don't have good luck growing either of them here where I live because they are, it takes a lot of days for them to mature. And also, they're a 90-day tomato. So my heat usually kills things off. But I did get some, what do you call it? Shade cloth, 40% shade cloth. And I put it over them last week. Well, Poppy did it for me. And they're looking good. They've got flowers on them, but no tomatoes yet. And I'll tell you what happened earlier in the month. There were like, I want to say 4 blooms on one plant. And I was waiting, to see the little baby tomatoes. Well, the stems turned yellow and they fell off. I was so upset. But, what do you do, It is what it is. So now I'm just waiting on this next set of flowers to produce. And I think they will. I think they will. We haven't had any 90-degree days yet. They're coming. It won't be long. Oh, you have some black beauties out there. I've never tasted one of those. Never grown it. Would love to. There's a few from Baker Creek that I would like to grow. But again, I normally try to grow 60 to 70 day tomatoes so that I know I'm going to get something. But, I was late getting my tomatoes in this year anyway because of the garden makeover. I was late by a month. And a month can make or break a garden here where I live. So far, I've been really lucky because the weather has been unseasonably cool for longer. But I do have tomatoes on. I've got Celebrities and Heat Wave. Nothing better than food grown from home. I have a few tomatoes on the vine so far and a volunteer tomato plant. I'm still waiting to discover the type of tomato. That is so much fun. Look at me getting all excited over a volunteer. I love it when I get a volunteer and I get to figure out which one it is. So you have a garden too, Bridget? All of us over here, we like gardening and crafting. So we kind of, when we're chatting and, going live and talking about our crafts, we usually throw some garden talk in there as well. Most of us anyway. Well, I guess that's the end of that. So the dryer sheet idea worked for getting oh, you have a small homestead. Nice. I guess I could call mine a little micro homestead. It's not really. I had rabbits up until about 6 months ago. The last of them passed away and I haven't replaced them yet. And then I have 8 chickens. I have 5 cats and a bunch of kids. And thankfully, they're almost all grown. And then my garden. So I plants me all kinds of wonderful stuff. Wait a minute. You have a pig? I have a feeling that's not what you meant to say, Bridget. I'm so sorry. We're still working on expanding the cleared land so I can have my dream. Oh, yeah. One of these days, at my age, I'm kind of running out of one of these days. But, oh, you do have you know what? Here's a funny story, Bridget. My dad lives on 24 acres in Georgia. Beautiful pond in the backyard. I'd say the pond is probably 5 acres, give or take. It's a gorgeous piece of property. And my dad has kind of turned it into an animal sanctuary. He won't let anybody hunt on his land. All the deer come over. He feeds everything. The deer, the birds, everything. So how long has it been, y'all? Probably a year ago, this stray pig showed up on my dad's property with a tag in its ear. And he waited for somebody to come hunt it down, right? Nobody came for it. So now this pig that probably escaped on its way to slaughter is a 350-pound pig that my dad keeps. And it's his pet. You had a house pig, but she passed. I'll get another. Yeah, I know that's tough. But now Dad ended up he had him running loose for a long time, but he ended up having to build a pen for him because he was really tearing up the yard pretty good. And Dad doesn't like his yard torn up very much either. So, but it's kind of a really neat situation he's got over there. We get chickens that way. I think it's crazy. I forgot what kind of pig it is. It's black and white spotted pig. But it's pretty. He's a pretty pig. And he's just as friendly as they come. He's a little stubborn. What he'll do, Dad will let him out of the pen. And he's got a cart that he takes all over the property, to get work done and stuff. And that pig will run with the cart. Everywhere my dad goes, that pig's running alongside of him. He'll try to get in it and ride with Dad, but now he's too big. He used to be able to sit in the seat with Dad, but now he can't. I can't wait to go back up there, y'all. It's about time, I think, for another visit. Pig-headed is a saying for yes, ma'am, it is. And you know what's crazy is when you've got 350-pound pig being pig-headed, you can't hardly tell them what to do, Thank you for dropping her link, Jane Doe. I appreciate that. Wait a minute. Is that an A? It has to be. Yes. That is an A. I'm having a devil of a time seeing these symbols today. Clean my glasses off. I finished another washcloth for Mona, y'all. I really hope she likes these. She acted like she was interested in making some the other day when I was showing them to her. Excuse me. So I decided since she was having surgery and wasn't going to be able to use her hand for a while, I would go on ahead and send her some. And then if she wants to do more, she can, but she'll have some if she decides she doesn't want to. I hear you, Jackie.
Yeah, it took me a little longer. I had brewed lemon balm, but I didn't have any brewed hibiscus, so I had to brew that.
Oh. I ordered myself decaf coffee today because you flung a craving on me last night.
It was so good.
Look, I had some regular coffee in the refrigerator because my son likes to drink it like you do, cold. And so we save it. And I was so tempted. But I knew if I did, I wasn't going to sleep. Well, surprise, surprise, I didn't sleep anyway. Because I coughed all night long.
Mm.
Oh, you posted her website too. That's great. I watched a little bit of her Bridget's bag sale today. But I was elbows deep in dishes and mopping my floor, so I didn't comment or anything. Ouch. I love to put my headset on and do my housework and just listen to YouTube videos.
So, Bridget, if I was to get the Mabon, okay, what could I make with that? Charlotte may know also. It's a 4-way, and I don't remember the yards. Let's see. It's so pretty. Superwash wool, 100%, 4 ounces, 210 yards. That's one of them. I would be getting 2 of them, so it would be 420 yards for yarn worsted weight. What would I be able to make with that?
Are you thinking about making a wearable? Or
that's what I was thinking for her. Like, my initial thought was like a beanie, and of course there's enough for that. But I was like, like I don't know, like, I mean, she's in California, like, she doesn't wear beanies very often, you know?
Right,
She
right.
would wear more like like a coverall for, like, the beach or like a netted top or something like that, you know? That should be enough, right? I don't know. Well, no, but it's wool though too, so that wouldn't mix.
Wool might. It's a 4 weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was a 2 weight, I would say make it with wool. Because wool has a tendency to wick moisture. It's not as, it doesn't have to be hot and sweaty and sticky. You know what I mean?
Let me
But
take a
four
picture
weight,
of this thing and show it to you because it's so pretty.
yeah, do that.
Well, for her, because I mean, I'm like a pink and purple and blue person, but
Uh-huh.
she loves the bright, like, I don't know. Can you see that?
Oh, is it pink and orange or pink and
It's
red?
orange and yellow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
She hand dyed that.
Wow. That's really nice. I don't. Where does she work in an office?
My daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she physical therapy.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she wears
Definitely not a desk job.
no, she wears what is that? The medical stuff.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. She said Bridget says 200 per small summer top, hat, and mittens. Net top would be amazing. So maybe a net top, but that wouldn't be actually used for like the beach. I don't wool is great for summer. Just make it lacy.
Yeah, and also,
And it breathes.
it could be something that she wears over a tank top. Out and about, shopping, doing her thing. Ooh, that's not very straight. What happened? I need to get one of those grids like you have.
Make sure if you get one, read the reviews because I don't know if you remember. Like I had to put tape on this
Mm-hmm.
because it was so sharp that it just slit my finger.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Is it metal?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it hurt. And
I'm
so
not
I
gonna
just
get
put
it.
tape on it just so that it wouldn't happen again.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's cheaply made, so I don't know if you got one from here, it might be better quality.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, you would think that it wouldn't be sharp like that,
You wouldn't think so.
especially for crafting.
Right. Interesting.
But yeah, so I don't know what I want to make her with it, but I saw that color and I'm like, that's
And
so
it's got her name written all over it.
exactly. Exactly. And she has one, Bridget also has one that it's I think a 1 or a 2 weight, but she's only got one
Oh,
pair of that, and it's yeah, so a 1 or a 2 weight, and I don't remember how many yards it was, but
mhm.
it's a marigold, so it's a really pretty yellow.
I bet that's beautiful.
But I was like, I don't think I can do anything with just one, you know?
Right. I'm trying to remember. I made a hat with it. Never mind. Yeah, one of the things Bridget said on there earlier was it used to belong on an animal so that it breathes. Wool does. Wool breathes. because those animals would suffocate if it didn't, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not so sure I would wear it down here where I live. But they always have a breeze in California.
It's a different kind of heat.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I think I am.
And I think at night it's even cooler, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Oh, it is.
Because that Pacific water is freezing.
It is.
Pacific Ocean's a lot cooler than the Atlantic.
God's Desire says, I just spent $200 on hand-dyed yarn to make some special pieces.
Oh my goodness gracious alive.
Well, God's Desire, go to Bridget's channel and see what, or channel, store and see what she has. Because she has I don't know. Bridget, is your yarn 25% off too? You might like what you see. Although she doesn't have them all on there just yet. She showed more on the live than what she has in the shop or when I looked earlier.
This is the color I have left to make for Mona's washcloths. I have this one done. I love that rusty color.
It is pretty.
I finished the pretty magenta purple.
Oh, she's going to love that purple.
I think so too. I'm excited to send them to her.
I didn't know she needed dishcloths. I have so many dishcloths.
Well, I don't think she does. Okay. The reason I was telling her about them. I was crocheting them the other night when I was on her stream, and she seemed really interested in making some. And I told her, I said, you don't need to be using this kind of yarn right after your surgery.
Oh, no, you don't. That cotton, that's rough.
It's hard. Well, this isn't real rough. It's mercerized. It's not rough. It's a tiny little hook. I used a 3.5 millimeter on it, and you're holding two yarns together. And I told her, I said, you're going to have to wait a little while before you make this. I said, this is how you do it. And I was telling her what I do.
Because working with those small hooks, that's rough too.
It is. It can really be rough. That's why I have to give myself a break in between washcloth, because it really hurts my hands. But anyhow, I decided that because she couldn't do them herself, I would just do them for her. So I hope she likes them. I've got some other stuff I need to send to her too. Did I lose you, Jackie?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard a pop or a click or something.
My mouse.
Oh, I see.
Let's see. Nothing better than food grown from home. I have a few tomatoes on the vine so far and a volunteer tomato plant. Still, I know I have volunteer tomatoes and tomatillos coming up and radishes.
That radish was pretty darned impressive yesterday.
Yeah, we ate half that radish today in a salad. It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were still in your nap. I was telling them I finally, how I didn't want to buy like the lettuce I have the greens, but like the tomatoes or the cucumbers from the store because of the recalls and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've been craving a salad for a while. So I was like, today hubby was on his way home from work. I was like, yep, I want a salad. So he went and got salad stuff and we made salad. Of course, we had some stuff here, but we had to buy the tomatoes. We had to buy the cucumbers.
Sure. I'll tell you what. When I was sick, that egg drop soup that Poppy went and got me saved my life. I'm a true believer. It was so good, and it kept up. He probably went and got it for me 3 times while I was sick.
Oh wow.
Because it was really all I wanted to eat.
Isn't it crazy how our body does that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He kept trying to get me to eat some yogurt and eat this and eat that. I'm like, no, I want egg drop soup. Well, and this restaurant here really makes it good. It's delicious. Some places you go, it's not that great.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite place to get it from. And gosh, you know what? 25 per hang on.
Did you go to her website?
No, she's text or messaging. She said it's 25 per hank if you email me. No shopping inside the USA if you no
shipping inside the USA. If you go on the site, it charges shipping.
Oh. And then I'll have leftovers posted soon or ASAP. California evenings are. Hey, Marcel, I'm sorry I missed you.
My stuff is delayed because I don't even see Marcel.
Yeah. Well, it's above.
Okay, I see her. Hi, Marcel.
I'm sorry I missed you, dear. How's everything going, dear? Oh shoot! Now I forgot what I was talking about. Fiddlesticks.
Did we finish about talking about egg drop soup?
Probably. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Wasn't that important if I forgot it.
She says, "Oh, living the dream."
Living the dream. I hear you. Okay. The more I stare at these, the better I can see when I first start this, seeing all the symbols is pretty difficult. And then it's like I zone in on them after a little bit. This just doesn't seem like it should be the right. It is. It's the right color.
Okay, Bridget, you still here? I'm doing it.
Do it, girl. Do it.
I'm
such an enabler. I should shut up.
But you say that. But if I was to ask hubby, he'd be like, do it.
Okay, then.
So I know, but I just bought yarn, though.
You know what Poppy tells me?
At the beginning of the week.
Poppy says, it's okay, honey. It's only money. We'll make more.
I know, but you say he doesn't like that saying no more. You probably ran with that.
No, I didn't really. I promise. I did not run with it. I'm not like that.
Okay, Bridget, I don't have your email, but before it sells, I want the Mabon.
Evan will be home tomorrow afternoon. Good.
And I want the Harvest Gold. The both, because each of those has 2 of them, right? The 2 hanks, so 4 hanks total. If you would just put those aside for me right now, and then I'm gonna wait till you post the rest of them, because I think I liked the pink, the one that you were calling. What were you calling? The black cherry. I know that one got bought, but the other one that you were calling. So I definitely for sure want these 4, and then I'm going to think about the other one.
And here's another question. Does she have any that would maybe mix well with the ones that you...
This is what I just ordered now are the 4s. Everything else that she had was the 1 or 2.
Okay. Ooh, she's got 2s?
Because I think that marigold, but you can't mix the 4 and the 2, right?
No. You can do what you want to do, but I personally, I wouldn't. been the fastest 12 weeks in history. That's because you were loving it. That's because you were loving that break. She said, yes, ma'am. She will put it away.
Thank you. Thank
Bridget,
you.
I just love your avatar picture. You're such a beautiful girl. It will be good to have his crazy self home. I'm sure it will. I know. You know, them darn husbands. Can't live with them, can't shoot them. Yeah, oops. Never mind. Ooh, Poppy's so good to me, though. But I don't like it when he's gone for a long time like that, like 12 weeks or, months or what have you. But I do like it when he leaves for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. The last time he was gone on a work trip, he was gone for 2 weeks. And I told him, I said, look, that's too long. You tell him next time you need to come home. You can go back, but you need to come home. And believe it or not, the kids miss him a lot when he leaves too.
I bet
as
they
big
do.
as they are. But they do. So let's see, what color am I using next? Let's do the ends. 18. Oh, that's great.
That's right. The Lady Dahlia was the pink and burgundy one, and the Marigold is the yellow and orange.
Ooh. 17 is L. Oh man, I was not looking forward to that. Let's see. I can't figure out if this is, it is. I'll be, look at that. This is a really pretty dark blue color, even though it looks black.
Yeah, I was going to say from here it looks black.
It looks black from here, but when you put it under the light, it's definitely blue.
Like a midnight blue?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's really pretty.
Yeah, Jane, I went in there clicking on all her bags too, especially with the 25%, because I was like, oh, that'll save me some money. Yeah, I have a problem.
You'll be all right.
I love bags, though, too.
Yeah.
But see, the bag was for me, so I was like, I don't really need the bag.
I get it. I
But
do that.
the yarn for the girl, I was like, that's different.
Yeah. I've got to get Tanner put together.
Yeah, we need to do that. I still have my little mini Tanner waiting to be put together, waiting on you.
Oh, okay. Do you know, I bought, you guys said something about using knitting needles to hold the heads and start the pieces in place.
Mm-hmm.
I got skewers, like wooden bamboo skewers to cook with. And I used that to do the cowl, and it worked. So I was really happy with that. But now
as long as it's, not going to stretch out your stitches or anything like that, anything that's long enough works good.
So maybe I can use that for Tanner as well. Because, my daughter's birthday is this month. At the end of the month. I'm all about my thin yarns, especially when it's hand spun. Oh, yeah, I love thin yarns. I love it. Going to take pictures in the other room. Okay, dear. Let's see.
And I saw somebody posted that Mary Maxim is having a sale.
Don't know. I have not been to her website in a while.
Yeah, I think I seen that right before I went live.
Okay. Now, Premier's got a little bit of a sale going on.
Oh yeah, I forgot to go there last night after you talked about. Well, I guess I don't need yarn now, right? Oh,
Maybe. I'm not going to get any more. I don't know. I'm thinking about ordering some more tomorrow since it's on sale for $5 a bag. And it's the, amigurumi type plushy yarn. So,
yeah.
and I have a lot to make.
I tell you, I hadn't used the Bernat blanket in a while because I've been making myself use the chenille.
Right.
And as much as I complain about that chenille shedding,
Mm-hmm.
I crocheted, I think it was last week. I was working on something with the Bernat blanket on an amigurumi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, the stress on my hand.
Was it worse?
Yeah, compared to because the chenille is like nothing.
Oh.
But with that blanket yarn, I was like, oh my goodness, like this hurts. Which, when I'm using that, I think, oh, it doesn't hurt because I'm used to, going from cotton to that.
Right, right.
It felt good. But now that I've kind of getting used to the chenille, I'm like, that's a big difference. Although, I don't trust amigurumi, with the chenille,
right,
washing the amigurumi and stuff like that. So I think I'll still stick to using the blanket yarn, but
right.
I am appreciating the chenille.
Well, that's why I decided to use the chenille because I don't like struggling with that blanket yarn. It hurts my hands.
But the thing is that I didn't even realize it. I hadn't used chenille before, right? All I had used was the Bernat blanket.
Yeah.
And it was great for me. But then I'm like, the chenille is so much softer and easier to maneuver.
Yes, it certainly is. And it's very forgiving too, just like the blanket yarn.
Yeah.
When you make a mistake or what have you too. Why do I keep having to? It's like it's falling out or something.
God's Desire says, I can't buy any more yarn for a while until I make these projects. Well, God's Desire, you find really good deal though, right? You save them for the next project.
The only yarn I'm going to buy before the end of the year is possibly some Mary Maxim, mystery bag. But I don't get those all the time. I only do those about twice a year. Sometimes 3 times.
I will probably wind up getting some of that as well. And I don't know, I may look at this chenille and see if they're still...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm upsetting myself just thinking about it.
Oh, no, don't do that.
But you know why, though? Normally I'd be like, oh, okay. But I told you I was taking the trip to the Redwoods.
Oh, yeah.
So the tickets are bought.
Oh, good.
All that stuff is done. The only thing I have left to do is basically an itinerary for all the activities that we will do while there. So the hotel is booked, and so that was a pretty penny,
Oh yeah, I bet it was.
So yeah. So that's I'm like,
lots of video. I've always wanted to go see that. Always. That's on my bucket list. The redwood trees and Yellowstone.
Yeah, we want to go to Yellowstone too, but we are doing the redwoods, and we're doing it next month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. So I've dished out a lot of money. So it's like I don't need to be buying yarn.
Maybe you'll find yarn out there you want to buy.
I was drinking tea.
Sorry.
I normally fly Southwest, and with Southwest you get your you get free carry-ons.
Oh, no kidding.
So I've been traveling Southwest for, I don't know, for a really long time. And
Mhm,
so I never have to think about carry-ons. You
mhm.
get your one carry-on and then your personal item. So I always take, like a carry-on suitcase, and like my personal item is like a big book bag, right? And
Okay,
so I can have all my stuff in there.
right.
And so we don't even have to check in bags.
Okay.
But even with them, you get, I think it's 2 free check-ins as well.
Oh,
Yeah, so their tickets are a little bit more expensive, but when you think about when you have to pay for all the luggage stuff,
right.
it saves you in the long run.
Definitely.
Well, I Southwest, if they fly out there, they didn't have any tickets. I don't guess they fly out there. So
Oh,
I couldn't find them, so I had to fly with a different airline, and we are having to pay for
mhm.
um it would have been to for the round trip for us to be able to take, did you just sneeze?
No, a giggle.
For us to be able to no snorting your tea. um did I tell you that my sweet little shelter puppy is bedridden? Oh no. Oh,
That's hilarious.
that's a big
You
responsibility.
were out sick. You missed hearing Mona and the crew singing for my birthday. Oh, Jane Doe, that is so nice. Happy birthday, Jane.
When
Oh,
was your birthday? Happy birthday, Jane.
no snorting your tea. They said Lab Aussie mix. They were, yeah, I would think so. You're gonna man. I had a Great Dane once. You are gonna love that dog. Oh my goodness. I think Great Danes are some of the best dogs on the planet. Them and standard poodles. But well, how long are you going to be gone on your trip?
Um, like a week. Would a
That's not bad.
week.
That'll be a fun trip. You're going to love that.
But yeah. So just to take a carry on, like
Mhm.
just one carry on for the round trip
Right?
for both of us was going to be $400 extra. I'm like, no, like
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like that is ridiculous. So we're gonna just do like our personal bag and then actually do, like a check-in bag, but which we like traveling with just the carry-on because then you don't have to wait,
Right. You
for
don't have
your
to
luggage.
wait.
You don't have to waste all that time,
Right.
but not for $400.
No, I will wait for $400.
Exactly. I was like, there is no way.
Um, so here's the deal though. If you find yarn that you like out there, what you do is you just mail it home to yourself.
I'm not gonna go out there and buy yarn. I was really telling hubby, I was like, how can I fit a whole week's worth of clothing in my book bag?
Oh yeah, no
I'm
kidding.
like, I can vacuum seal it. I can fit a lot. But then he's like, how are you going to vacuum seal it to come back? I'm like, I don't know. It'd be cheaper to mail it though,
It kind of would.
you know? Like from there
Huh.
coming back, it wouldn't be no big deal to mail it from here going over there a little bit because, I'd have to go to the hotel and all that. But
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be a pain.
so I still have to just do our itinerary of what we're going to do, and I can't seem to sit down long enough to focus and review everything and see what we
Right.
want to do. Um, that and then the rental car. I need to do
Mhm.
that, but that's the only stuff left to do.
Okay. Poppy and I are talking about going to Branson, Branson, Missouri, because apparently Branson, Missouri is a great place to go for veterans.
That's who was saying that? I saw that in the chat.
Yet who it was? Was it God's Desire? No, I don't.
No, was it Bonnie?
Oh, I think it was Bonnie. I think it was because that's where she lives, isn't it?
I don't know.
So yeah, Bonnie lives in Branson.
I just remember you saying, "Oh, Poppy would love that."
Yeah, so I talked to him about it, and he said, "Why don't we plan a trip there?" And I said, "Well, we could do that, but I don't want to go in the summertime. I'm gonna go, when it's cooler out." So I don't know when we're gonna do it. Our 25th anniversary is next February.
And that's kind of like what we're saying. We're like, it'll just because it'll be our 30th anniversary
Mm-hmm.
in September. And so even though we're taking the trip next month, it's like that could just be like our gift to ourselves.
Yeah.
So even though it's expensive, it's like, we
So
deserve
it's
it.
30 years.
So
Mm-mm-mm. Well, that's so nice. 30 years. Wow. A lot of things happen in 30 years, doesn't it?
yeah, you get old.
Yes, you do. But it's better than the alternative.
That's what they say.
I think I'd rather be here for it. Oh, dear. Did I tell you that this company reached out to me to offer to send me one of their diamond painting pens that has the electric type? And I wrote
Yeah.
told them how interested I was interested, but I wanted to know what they expected from me, and I never heard from them again. I'm a little miffed about it.
Maybe they're just thinking about it, or maybe they're.
Maybe they are. It took me a while to get back to them because I wanted to research the company. I'm terrified of getting scammed on
Yeah.
here or somebody stealing my channel or, because that happens occasionally. And so I wanted to thoroughly make sure it was a legit company before I responded. And it is. It is. I think what I'm going to do is maybe go through, what do you call that thing? YouTube is partnered with a company that uh, fosters those kinds of relationships for creators. So I'm going to investigate that.
Yeah, I think there is. There is some website. I watched a video on it a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but long enough that I don't remember. But there's a website that you go to, and it lists like all these companies that do like affiliate things, and then you can click on them and see what their requirements are. And some of
Mm-hmm.
them require you to have like so many followers or this or that or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you reach out to them, and then they'll like approve you or whatever. And it apparently it's an easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is Bonnie here? Oh, Jane Doe said probably Bonnie. Yeah. Okay. I think you're right, Jane. Um, Marcel, shoot, what was I going to say? I'm thinking about the Great Dane. Do you know what else he's mixed with? Do they have any idea anyway? Or is he a full-blooded Great Dane? I can't remember what. Oh boy, he's gonna eat a lot of food.
Yeah, he is.
Woof. When we had our Great Dane, my dad asked me, he says, "Why would you want an animal that takes a dump the size of a small child?" I said, I didn't really think about that. Thanks for reminding me. Because, oh my goodness, he could make a mess. Oh, it was a she. That's right. Her name was Pearl. My daughter named her after a drag queen.
We haven't seen Moon. I hope she's okay.
She's okay.
Okay.
She has her surgeries tomorrow. I'm not sure when, but I hope she's getting plenty of rest. Of course, she'll get plenty tomorrow. That's what I told my husband when he had his hip replacement. He was so tired, and we were trying to finish tiling the floor before his surgery. And he kept saying, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I said, keep working, honey. You're going to sleep really good tomorrow. You won't even remember it.
Oh my gosh. Such a slave driver. Come on.
I was working.
Having surgery. Keep going. Keep going.
We were laying tile till like 5 o'clock in the morning. But we had to get it done because while he was in the hospital, I had to grout the floor so that when they brought the hospital bed in, you know, it would roll. It would roll across the floor. It just so happens that Wesley's a procrastinator. God love him. He doesn't do anything unless he's under pressure to do it. So he had put off a lot of that work until the last minute. So here we were at the last minute getting it done. Great thing about him is he can finish it. When he's under pressure, he can get it done. I can't work like that.
I used to work really good under pressure. I don't work good under pressure anymore.
Oh yeah, when I was a young person and, you know, I could work really good under pressure.
Yeah, like I used to excel. I'd be at my best under stress and pressure, but not now.
Mm-hmm. Not anymore. And now I'm like, don't give me a deadline because I will not make it. But
And it just says the king had both of his hips replaced last year. Oh my gosh, that is a long road of recovery. Sending the loads of love and light to your family. I hope he has recovered.
Oh yes, Bridget, he has. He actually is the best decision. It was the best thing that could have happened to him. Truly, he was young when this was. Oh gosh, let me think. I want to say 16 years ago. He was only 37. And he has a condition called ankylosing spondylitis. And that hip was just destroyed. They'd already fixed it twice before that. And there was nothing left to fix when they went in there the third time. So they decided to give him a hip replacement. And yeah, the pain, he's not in pain anymore. He's in good shape, really good shape. And it's lasted all this time without needing a revision or anything like that. So of course, I do make him take care of it. Like the time he was on the roof trying to caulk something. And I said, get off the roof. We can pay somebody to do that. Call one of those sons-in-laws that we have. We've got two of them, excuse me. I've got 4 sons and 2 sons-in-law. So I ought to be able to get something like that done. Okay, I posted to post. I think my website guy has gone to bed for the night. Oh my. Excuse me, guys. I'm really sorry. Wait a minute. In 8. Wait a minute. In 18. Oh, there it is.
Bridget, you missed the color on number 4. It doesn't have the color. You got Marigold, Hibiscus, Dancing Fairies. Then it jumps from 3 to 5. Fairies, Gardens, and Witch's Passion. 4. That's the one I'm talking about. Now, what does 4 go with out of all those other colors? Because 3 and 6 look like they could potentially go together.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to go check that website out after I get off of here.
I'm just on her where she just posted on the YouTube post thing. 4.
Well, this is kind of going pretty fast.
Jane Doe says, Charlotte, you can remove my comment to make y'all larger.
Oh, I'm sorry. Good grief.
I do the same thing. I forget.
I forget them all the time.
I do too.
Thank you for reminding me, Jane. Sure. Let's see.
You're welcome, Bridget.
Ah! Quit.
What are you screaming about?
It's stinking.
Oh, I'm going to have to put you in my ear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For those of you who have headphones on. No, one of these darn drills fell off halfway across the page, and I don't like it when that happens because it's so sticky.
Oh, yeah, I know that. You can barely get them off.
I know.
I do that all the time.
Don't be falling off. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy one of those, those air gun things, air pins.
Yeah.
I think I am. I'm not sure. It's either that or yarn. It's a tough decision.
Or say buy the yarn.
That's where I'm headed. I mean, I'm leaning that way, but
because I imagine that they will improve on that design.
Yeah.
And then maybe it will do more than what it does now.
Ooh.
At least that's what I'm hoping, because I kind of want one too, but I want it where it will do multi-placers and not just the one, and where you don't have to be attached.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just waiting.
Hang on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Mm. She said 4 will play very well with number 6 or number 3.
4 with 6 or 3. As I just stare at them. That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here staring because I really like but those would be for me. Like these, like, like I like the pink and the blue and the purples.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like the 4. I like the 6.
I think I like the brighter colors myself. The orange and pink together has always been a favorite of mine. Orange, pink, and yellow. In fact, when
That 1 and 2 would be perfect for you then.
mm-hmm.
Orange, pink, and yellow.
When Violet was a baby, you are not going to believe this. So here I am, pregnant with this beautiful baby girl that I didn't even know was a beautiful baby girl. And my husband, I'm looking at cribs, okay, and I'm trying to pick out what kind I want and blah, blah, blah. My husband brings home a crib out of a garbage. And I was so offended. And I was so sad that he thought that our baby girl was going to have to sleep in a garbage crib. Because, I mean, it wasn't necessary. We had enough money to buy a crib. You know what I mean? But the more I looked at it, the more unique it was. It was real wood. It was really a pretty shape, and
probably better quality than you could have gotten brand new.
Yeah. And so I'm looking at it. So I painted it watermelon pink, and I put orange and yellow Harlequin diamond shapes on each end of it because it was solid panels on the end. And then I took gold paint and went in between it. She had a princess bed by the time I was finished. And I even put a little monogram on each. It had circles above on the trim around the top of it. And so I put her monogram in there. And because I'm Southern, and that's just kind of what we do. And do you know that child? She slept in that crib till she was about 2 years old. And of course I got a new mattress for it. And, it was just the frame that he brought home. But she chewed the end of that cribs. It looked like a little beaver had gotten a hold of it. So I kept it, and it is in our storage unit.
And none of your grandkids have used it?
Oh no, no.
I just want to use it.
No, I had to buy Murphy a new one. Because he couldn't be sleeping in no pink princess bed.
Well, you could have just repainted it.
I could have, but I didn't want to. Yeah. I had to refinish our dining room table at that point. This table I'm sitting at today, I refinished it. How old is Murphy? 16. I guess it was 16 years ago. about this time, 16 years ago, actually. And he was a tiny baby. I'm sitting here sanding this table and trying to do a good job because it was a it meant a lot to Poppy because it was the table they had when they grew up, him and his brother. And it's teak. It's really a pretty table. It's too big for the house we live in, but he won't let me get rid of it. And that's okay. But it was so ugly at the time. I told him, I said, look, you got to let me do something with this table or we need to get rid of it. And he's like, no, I'm not getting rid of my table. I said, okay, we don't have to get rid of it. Will you let me do something to it? And for a couple of years, he refused to let me do anything to it. And finally, I told him, I said, look, I hate that table. It is ugly. It is beat up. It needs help. And if you don't let me, I'm going to throw it out in the trash while you're at work. So he said, okay, go ahead and refinish it.
Oh my gosh.
So I did. And it would turn, he was so happy with it. I mean, and I stained it a walnut color, and it was so beautiful. Still is, really. It needs to be resanded. The top of it needs to be sanded and touched up. But that's not a big deal. I can do that.
Do your cats jump on it and scratch it?
They don't scratch it, but the kids, when they were little, they banged their forks into it and they did their homework at it. So there's dig marks, like where you would put a pen and draw on it. The cats don't really scratch it.
My cat does.
They do?
I only have one. And she's a terror. I have my furniture. Oh
no.
Yeah. And I'm not a wood person, so I know there's probably a way that I can sand it and refinish it, but I don't know how to do all that, and so we just have it scratched because there's no sense in fixing it because she's going to do it again.
Oh, just put a tablecloth over it with duct tape on it. She won't get it.
With duct tape on it.
See, now I like to do it too, Bridget. Yeah. He did see the diamond in the rough. Well, I saw it too. It took him some time to come around, and trust. I think it was a trust issue. I think he thought I was going to destroy it and then it would be lost to him. But I assured him that I knew how to do this kind of stuff. Of course, we were not really newly married, but still young in the marriage.
He didn't know all your abilities.
That's right. He didn't know how amazing I was yet. But that's okay. He figured it out. I'm just really glad. Well, I'll tell you this. Murphy was, I think, 4 months old when I started working on this table. And my hands were hurting so bad. And I was just feeling really run down. And I was still nursing and all that stuff too. So I thought, well, it's just got to be from just having a baby, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of my joints started hurting throughout the process. That's not the right number, is it?
I don't know.
Yes, I think it is. Yeah, it is. So I ended up going to the doctor. Poppy insisted that I go to the doctor. And so I did. And I was telling the doctor my symptoms. And I told her, I said, I think something's seriously wrong with me. I hurt everywhere, and that's just not normal. I mean, it was in my bones hurt, my fingers, my joints, everything hurt. Come to find out, my vitamin D was in the single digits. And that's why I was having so many problems. Because I never will forget. She goes, "You're going to think I'm a real quack, but I want to test your vitamin D before we start testing everything else." She said, "Do you have a problem with that?" I said, "No, but you're right. I think you're a quack. There's something more than vitamins wrong with me." No, it wasn't. It was vitamins.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, and I lived in Virginia. I was used to living in Florida. It's cold there all winter, and you don't go out much. Plus, I just had a baby, and I was nursing, and all the things just kind of lined up. The stars lined up for me to have that. But I still take vitamin D every day.
I take vitamin D too.
And I can tell when I'm getting low because my hands will start hurting like crazy. Always starts in my hands. Let's see. I knew I was going to miss a couple of them.
It seems though, like unless you're like out in the sun all the time, like almost every time, or at least for me and my family, like every time you get blood work, your vitamin D is always low.
Well, yeah, because the sun is the best place to get that vitamin D. That's what they told me to. Okay, so they were going to put me on prescription strength vitamin D to get it fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because I was still nursing my son, apparently that much vitamin D is not good for tiny babies. So the alternative was this: 2 Flintstone vitamins a day. And I needed to sit in the sun with as little clothing on as possible for 20 minutes. It was February in Virginia.
Okay.
And Poppy made me sit in the sun for 20 minutes every day with a tank top and a pair of shorts on. Yeah.
Did you catch pneumonia?
No, I did not, but I froze for a little while. I sure did. And I called him very undesirable things that I never should have said out loud. But at the time, I felt it was justified. There is a spray that you can spray around the areas that you don't want for her to scratch. That should, is it some kind of enzyme spray, or maybe it's just, I don't know, predator pee of some sort?
Oh, I am not spraying that in the house.
I wouldn't either. It's probably not that. It's probably some kind of deterrent, like mint. If you spray mint, I bet cats don't like mint. In fact,
she's not your regular cat. Like, she is mean. She is. I don't like speaking bad of anything or anyone. She is just not, and I say she's mean, but she can be so sweet when she wants to. Like, she is so lovable. If she wants you to pet on her, she will come and she will just snuggle with you, and she is just the sweetest and purrs. And all of a sudden, a switch flips and she will scratch and bite you.
Oh, my dad has a cat like that.
And she knows, like, you would think, oh, she doesn't know. She knows she's done wrong, because before you can even react, she's done taken off.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, you are.
Maybe she's bipolar.
So, well, I've considered like doing like the they sell it at like PetSmart, like the It's not prescription, but it's like the calming
Oh yeah. Mhm.
to like just calm them. But she
Mhm.
can be calm. It's when something switches on her,
Mhm.
it's like night and day. She goes from sweet to sour in a split second. So I don't even like I avoid eye contact. I like because I mean she can cause damage.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But she loves hubby, but she does the same thing to him. Although she's meaner to me.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
So I'm just like I don't know. I avoid her for the most part. Like I let her do her thing, and if she wants love, she gets love, and then she goes, like.
Mhm.
But I'm like, you know, I don't know, scared to love her
Right, right.
because I know she can turn on me in a second. So
I've never had a cat like that. But my dad has one like that. In fact, when I was up there over the holidays, I was petting this cat and she was loving it, and all of a sudden she bit me
yeah.
my hand, and I'm like, really? I'm done with you, lady.
But did she just like act like she was gonna bite you? Because my cat will.
No, no, no. You couldn't see it coming. No, it was sudden. It was instant, and then she was gone. And Dad said she's like that. She just like okay.
I know. I'm like, I didn't sign up for this.
Right. Um, um, yeah, they don't like the smell, but leaves no smell that we can smell. Oh, Bridget, hey. Mm. Bridget, you should send her a link to something like that on her Instagram because then she'll share it with me and we'll both have it.
Oh yeah, you need to share, Charlotte, the link to the Amazon paint thing.
Amazon. The
What
what? Oh, yes, I do. I certainly do. Um,
that paints
oh,
that.
I sent it to you in your Instagram.
Okay. It doesn't alert me, so I haven't looked the whole
Oh, I
time I've
see.
been live.
Okay. I can share it on here if you want.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. I checked to make sure it was there. I like the thought that it doesn't leave a smell that we can smell. That spray that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I have a bottle, a spray bottle that I use to keep the cats off of the table. And it's just a little spray bottle of water, and I put a few mint drops in it of essential oil. They
Mhm.
do not like it one bit.
Well, I have read that essential oils is not good for the cats
It's
at
not.
all.
It's not.
So
But
I don't
it's never hurt them. This particular method that I'm using has never hurt them.
yeah, it's probably like extremely diluted.
Very. I mean, I might put 2 or 3 drops in a whole spray bottle. That's it. But they don't like it, and I don't even have to spray it anymore. All I have to do is show them the bottle.
You know what mine does? Well, I don't do it anymore because
Mm.
she does what she wants. Before, years ago,
Yeah.
and I thought she's been like this from the beginning. Like I thought she was gonna grow out of it,
Mm,
but
mhm.
she's
She
11.
leaned into it.
She's 11. I think she's 11 or 12.
Oh, wow.
But she like when I used to pick up the bottle to spray,
Right?
she'd like go at me. Like like she's like, "What are you gonna do with that bottle? Like I'm gonna get you before you can spray me."
Jackie, she's psycho.
Well, that's what I thought, but She can be so sweet.
I think well, so could Ted Bundy. You know, just saying.
Oh. Like, they also say, like, put aluminum foil, like, on the counters and stuff because the cats don't like
No,
that.
they don't like that either. Yeah.
You know what mine would do? I don't put the aluminum
Jump
foil
on
there
it.
anymore because it was a lost cause.
Use it as a trampoline.
She would jump on it, she would paw it a little bit, and then she'd lay on it.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, like these things don't work for you. Like, what is wrong with you?
I think she's a little psychotic.
But we weren't like, I don't know, like we didn't like really like discipline her much other than like, like the little spray every now and then, which didn't work for her.
Right.
Doing the aluminum foil. I also did, for a while, I was doing the aluminum foil and then I was putting like all my baking sheets and stuff like that would fall and not break, like on the island and on the counters. That way, when she would jump up there, it would make a noise or fall and it would startle her.
And she didn't care about that either?
No, she would run away. That was her first reaction, but she would come right back.
No.
But when she was just a year old, she almost died on us.
Oh.
And we had to wake up round the clock every 4 hours to basically force feed her, and I think she hates us for it.
Oh, she
we had to force feed her, and we had to what was it? I can't remember the name of the medicine. She still can't stand it. If I grab that little bottle of medicine, because I still have it, it's an herb, she runs away from it because she knows the smell. But so we had to give her the medicine. I think it was like every 4 hours or around the clock that we got up with her, and both of us, because we had to, because she's never been like super friendly. So we had to like wrap her up in a towel so she wouldn't kill us.
Mm-hmm.
And to then give her medicine and then force feed her like with a syringe.
Right.
And then some gel that we got to also do that. But we had to do that. I think I can't remember if it was 4 weeks or 6 weeks, like it was a while.
Oh my goodness.
And I think that she holds that against us is what I really think. But because she was so close to death, because we did take her to the vet and they were like, the doctor was like, you can take her to Atlanta for the next 24 hours. It's going to cost you, it was like $30-something hundred. And we don't know if we'll come up with a way to heal her. And my suggestion is that we put her down. And she was like waiting for an answer. I'm like, will you like give us the room and let us think about this, Right. So hubby and I, we sat there and, I mean, she's a kitten. We're like, we're not going to put her down. Like, she's so young, Yeah. And
give her a chance.
Yeah. But I'm like, we don't have $3,800. Like, if we would have been like $3,800 and yeah, it's a cure, that would have been different. Exactly. But I don't know. And I don't know, and just up in the air. Mm-hmm. So we were like, nope, we'll take her home and we'll see what we can do. And then I worked with a vet tech. Uh-huh. And she was like, you need to do this. And then I started looking up stuff online, and it was that herb thing. And we put it all together and we started doing it, and we started seeing her getting, because I mean, she was like on death's bed, like she was like, or death's door, like she was like right there, But we started doing this, and she just started improving, and all of a sudden she's running around and jumping, and we're like, oh my gosh. Hey, Lucy, how are you doing tonight, dear? Let me ask you, what did they ever figure out what was causing it? They said it was well, at first she kept telling us that she got into some wires and that she was chewing on wires, and we're like, no, she doesn't chew on wires. Like, I don't have wires laying around for her to chew on. Yeah, no kidding. And she was like, "Well, that's what it is. Are you sure?" And I'm like, "I'm 100% sure." But anyway, once they did all the lab tests and everything came back,
Yeah.
she said it was fatty liver disease. And so we apparently, with the herb, reversed it. And she is just as healthy and has been, because you figure she was 1 at the time and she's what, 11 or 12. So
Oh my
for
gosh.
10 or 11 years, she's been perfectly, after that, like 6 weeks.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it was rough though, every 4 hours, because we both worked full
Right.
time,
Right.
and we were, up around the clock, but
That was
it wasn't $3,800 and we didn't have to put her down. But I think she hates it.
no. You would think that she'd be grateful for you saying,
You would think. That's what I tell her. You should be grateful that you are here. You should
exactly.
love us unconditionally. I mean,
But
she's like,
maybe she's got a little brain damage or something.
I could be in kitty heaven. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Bridget says it sounds like she might be a little bit feral.
No, she's not. She's supposed to be my daughter's cat.
Uh-huh.
And she begged and begged and begged to get this kitty, and which she got from her best friend. And then she went off to college, and then she joined the military, and we have the cat.
And you have the cat. Yep, that's what usually works. Well, wow. That's kind of crazy. Come back here, you silly. I just love, oh my goodness. I've got to show you guys what came in the mail today. I'll be right back.
Hi, Lucy. Welcome in. Okay, let's see. I use plain water. My cat hates being sprayed, so the water is just enough to keep her from doing what she's not supposed to do. How old is your cat, Bridget? Like, I think mine is just set in her ways, and I don't think she's going to change.
Oh, no, I don't think she will either.
But I'll take her sweetness,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take those times.
She is. Okay. Remember I told you I was going to start doing some paint by numbers kits? It came today. Yeehaw. It's by Paint Vibe. See? Now, let me get the picture. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to do it this way. Okay. Can you tell what that is?
Wait,
let's see if I can do it this way.
A hand?
Yes, and it has planets on. Arg. The hand has planets on it, and the woman is.
Oh, I see her lips.
Eating the planet off of her fingers like olives. That's the one I told you that was so weird, and I really liked it because it was weirdo.
Yeah.
I love it. So I think I'm going to start that. Maybe. I don't know what day is good. Maybe I was thinking about doing it during the day. On a live stream during the day, or maybe even just do a regular video and then put it on what do you call it? Like fast forward, not that.
Do a premiere?
Oh, I could do a premiere.
Yeah, like do it on your own time, do whatever, and then do a premiere and just sit there and chit chat and talk with people.
I could do that too. Ooh, you're a strict mommy. Okay.
See, and Bridget, we probably should have been, but I guess because she was so close to death that we let it slide.
Thank you so much, Bridget. I am so tickled to have that. I cannot even tell you. I have not painted by numbers in a very, very long time. I'm talking since childhood. And when I found out that they had these that were more adult in nature instead of just little kid paintings of Goofy and Mickey Mouse, um, I had to get them. I had to get one. I did not know that there was such an animal. So now I'm probably going to be hooked on that too. So between crochet, diamond painting, and paint by numbers, I'll probably go broke. But that's okay. I'll die happy.
Well, you'll live happy too.
And I'll live happy too. That's right. I'm very excited about doing the learning to paint thing with Renee.
I am too.
Super excited. I cannot wait until we can start that.
But you know how to paint somewhat, where I am like, well, I don't know how, and I'm terrible at it. So I'm a little scared actually.
Well, funny that you say that. The other day I was fiddling around with watercolors, and apparently I've lost everything I ever knew about watercolors because I made mud. And I was really disappointed with myself, and yeah, there's that. So watercolors are a different animal, though. They're a lot harder to paint with, I think, than acrylics. I really like to paint with oils. That's fun because they don't dry so fast.
I think I'm gonna enjoy it though, and I'm hoping that I can do it because then I can actually paint. Like
yes,
that would be something that I'd be like something that I've never been able to do, and then I'd be like, "Oh, I can do that."
I can do this now. Right.
Okay, Bridget. I can't afford the 3, the 4, and the 6, so I want the 4. So you, as an expert that you are, you pick which one will go better with it, the 3 or the 6. Okay. Okay. There we go.
That's a good idea. And I know you'll be happy with whatever
she because chooses. I'm talking, I'm doing this, but I keep looking up at them.
Mm-hmm. And she's got them in her hands, right there with her. So she'll be able to tell you which one's going to play the nicest with the others, with the one you really like. I think that you're going to be able to do it, and you're going to be really surprised at yourself at how well it turns out. The painting that she is suggesting for us is extremely basic, and you really can't make a mistake with it.
I know, and you say that you really can't make a mistake, but then imagine when I really goof it up. What is that going to say about me? That's where
I'll tell you what it's going to say. It's going to say that you're feeling very what do you call it? Intimidated by it. And it's going to say that you're scared of it. And it's going to say that you need to try again and not be afraid of it. That's what it's going to say.
Okay.
Because it's a circle, for crying out loud. It's a circle on
I can't make a circle now.
You can make a circle.
I cannot make a circle. You want to see my circle? I will show you my circle. I'm going to show you my circle. No.
Show me a circle.
I have to use, if I'm going to make a circle, I have to use a coin, or I have to use something of the circular shape.
Yeah, but here's the beautiful thing about nature. Nothing's perfect in nature.
That is true.
Too many to count, Bridget. I used to do a lot of needle art, like embroidery and cross stitch. I don't really care to do that stuff anymore. And I used to, one of my favorite, and I won't call this a craft. I used to redo furniture and find homes for it, give it away, give it to people, sell it, whatever. I used to love doing that. I still like to do that, but it's a lot of work. So I have to make sure that I'm really in for that kind of mission whenever I decide to do it. 6 would be my first choice to pair together with the one you like.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Okay. Then 4 and 6 it is.
There you go.
That's done. I'm not going to think about that no more. I am Xing out of your post.
Show me your circle.
No, I'm not going to.
You're not going to show it to me?
No, they'll laugh at me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you can make an O, can't you?
Yeah, not perfect.
Well, an O is a circle.
Yeah, not perfect though, and not if I was like, doing a painting like you want it to be.
You want it to be a circle.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. It does not matter. That's a beautiful thing about art, is it doesn't matter. Have you seen some of the art out there? Good grief.
Yeah, I know. But you know how critical I am of myself,
I do.
and of everything that I do. So I don't like,
You have to throw caution to the wind, as my granny used to say. Caution to the wind, and just do it.
And Bridget said, I got you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. And then I need to.
Jane says she enjoys all the crafts that she does too, and that's the fun of it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And a lot of it is just loving the process, and loving the learning. And I don't know, maybe I'm sounding kind of goofy. I don't know.
No.
That's what I love about doing new things, is the learning, the whole process of learning what I'm doing and how to do it and all that stuff.
Which is why I bought those hoops to do the hoop knitting or whatever.
I don't like doing that.
The looms.
Mm-hmm.
And, I tried it that one time. And I mean, I'm going to try it again, obviously, because I bought all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't enjoy it. Like I thought I was going to enjoy it, but I have not enjoyed it. And because of that, I put it away. And that was 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I didn't enjoy that at all. I wasn't good at it, and it hurt my hands.
See, it hurt my hand. That was a big factor, but I think it was maybe because I was doing it wrong.
Me too. I think it's because I was doing it wrong too. Because there's a lot of people out there that do it so quickly, and
they just look like it's so easy, and they don't struggle.
Right. And I struggled with it a lot. I mean, I fought with the yarn.
I did too.
And I'm not going to do that. I know how to crochet. Why should I have to fight with anything?
Yeah, and you can definitely crochet. Well, for me, I fought with it, but I could definitely crochet a lot faster than I could with that. And I have the circular knitting machine that will,
Exactly.
But it's something that I wanted to learn to do because it's been around for a while, and why not, right?
Right.
But, I mean, I still do think I will try it again. I just, it hasn't called out to me.
Right. And it might, especially if you find something you really want to make.
Jane Doe says, perfection isn't the goal. That defeats the purpose of crafting.
Yes. Of course, it does make you feel really good about yourself when it is perfection.
Yeah.
Like those shawls that I've been making. I love those, and they feel like perfection to me. The ones I make with the 2/8 yarn. Actually, you know what? I gotta send one of those out to a friend of mine.
Is her name Jackie?
No, but it could be. I just need to make another one, but it could be. They don't take me, but I mean, maybe 3 days to make. They're so simple. And that's not an all day, every day thing. That's just when I feel like it.
Are you using a pattern?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I use Bag of Days patterns.
That's another thing. I want to buy her yarn.
Do you?
Mm.
I would like to try it, but it's not on the top of my list of things to do.
No, I don't think I'm gonna check out the chenille.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Mary Maxim thing can actually wait. Although I think whatever I saw, it was like, I think they had them for like $2.99 or something. Was that little clip I saw? But
Mm-hmm.
like I can wait till like when you got it at the end of the year. I think I can wait
Right, right.
because I think the only other thing that I need to get is that paint set, and then
Mm-hmm.
be done for a while.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have bought that chenille if it had not been $5 a bag. I was not going to do it. They've also got their Parfait Chunky on sale for $3.99 a skein, and I'm debating on buying some of that. But I think it's only 131 yards.
Yeah, but that's because it's thicker than your chenille.
Is it? I've never used that one before.
I haven't either.
But everybody says it's like the best to make, amigurumis with. And
Maybe it's in the middle of chenille and the chenille that I'm used or becoming used to, and the blanket.
Yeah, because it's a 6-weight, but I don't know.
And maybe it's a light 6-weight, not a thick heavyweight like the Bernat.
If it is, I'll like it because those big 6-weights are a battle for me. I'll be right back, guys.
I have a lot of blanket yarn that I have to use, though.
Yeah, you got a lot from Ollie's. How much of that have you used?
Oh, not hardly any.
Oh.
I have so much. I have so much yarn. I say that I have so much yarn, but then when I'm going to make something, I either don't have the color that I need, or I don't have enough to make what I need. And so there's the problem, because then I need to buy more yarn. So like earlier in the week when I had to order, I don't even know how much I spent on yarn, but I had to order a whole bunch of yarn for the project that I'm going to do for the Decade Divas. And then I also ordered some of that cotton yarn for that bolero that I'm working on, even though I was like, oh, I'm just going to mix all these colors and be done with it. Well, I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
stashing. Let's see. Bridget says she's been stashing down for 5 years and still have a bunch. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
It's hard for me to stash down. De-stash, whatever you want to call it. I get attached to it like a hoarder almost. It's weird because I can go through my house and throw anything away except for yarn. I don't know why. There's some kind of weird.
But the hoarding, because like hoarders, like, I mean, yeah, the shows that we see, they keep all this, uncleanliness and all this mess. But there's the hoarders that everything is in its spot, but they're it's overly. But one of the characteristics of hoarders is that they go and they touch the stuff. And do you know, I find myself doing that with yarn.
No kidding.
Like I'll go and sometimes I'm looking for yarn, but I mean, like, I don't touch it like, oh, I'm going to pet my yarn, but like, like reorganizing it, like seeing what I have, like,
yes,
like it's always a connection with the yarn. It's not like, like I just put it away and it's done with. Like, there's always something, like I'm always like touching or looking or doing something with my yarn, and I think that's like a hoarder thing.
Oh no.
from the hoarding shows that, the psychologists and
Yeah.
stuff on there that I've watched.
Wow. Well, if my house is ever as unclean as some of those places, please put me in a mental institution, because I don't ever want to live like that. If I do, there's something really wrong with me. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I think, well, I really want to get one of those backlight things for this diamond painting stuff.
Is the Temu stuff still like overpriced for the shipping, or?
I don't really know. I've never really ordered from Temu but once in my life. And it was probably a year or so ago, something like that. And I just got a basket for the kitchen sink to, it goes from one side to the other, and you can put your vegetables in it and wash them, that kind of thing. It's one of those. That's the only thing I've ever bought from Temu.
Jane says, Jackie, I look forward to seeing what you make with Bridget's yarn. Me too, Jane Doe. Me too, because I don't know what I'm going to make with it.
Okay. All right. 16.
I'm going to find something really cute for the girl, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she'll love that. I can't believe that blanket that you made for her, that elephant blanket.
Oh, she loves it. She was, we were talking, and I was like, are you using your blanket? She goes, no, that's an heirloom. Like that's like sealed up. I'm like, use it. She's like, no. She's like, that will not be used. That's to look at. I'm like, I made it so you could use it. She goes, no. You know how upset I would be if like anything got on that? I'm like, you would wash it.
Right. Well, yeah.
She's like, no, mama, no. I'm like, okay.
Well, it's nice that she thinks so much of it. Now, my daughter, she uses the one I made her, but it's not nearly the work of art that yours is.
Oh, thank you. Well, I made her another one that was just I don't remember what stitch I used, but it was in pink camo. And
where'd you go?
Me?
It's like you blanked out or something.
Oh.
Bridget says, I've been destashing box store yarn and growing my hand spun dyed. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Hey, Denise, on your way to bed. See you this weekend. I'll be there. You take care. Sleep well, dear.
Have a good and wonderful, blessed night. See, that's what I was saying, Bridget. I think I want to learn how to dye yarn and
have you ever watched videos of people dyeing their yarn?
I have not. I've watched Bridget on her little machine, I guess spinning it, and she just looks so comfortable and like not a care in the world doing it.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched any dyeing.
Maybe you should watch it.
And then what do? You just get your yarn from wherever?
I wouldn't. I don't even know where they get the yarn from. What is it? Not Little Knits. What's that knit company? Oh, booger. I can't think of the name of it. But there's a company out there that has blanks. I call them blanks. I don't know. Maybe like just non-colored yarn. And you can buy, whatever you want from them. Wool, cotton, and then, you just dye it. I don't know how it's done. I don't know what chemicals are used or
She
anything.
doesn't use any chemicals.
Really?
Yeah, she uses natural, like food colorings and things like that.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Denise says we're starting a live on Wednesday at noon Central Time called Bull Crafting.
Called. Oh, awesome. Who's we? Who's we? You and oh gosh, what's her name?
Supplier.
Linda? Tire Supplier also has blank yarn. Is it Little Knits? I love Little Knits. That's one of my favorite places to look for yarn.
Never even heard of it.
Oh, don't go there. They have Noro, they have Barocco, they have all the good yummy yarn.
And Tire Supplier has blank yarn, so I guess that's where you would get the yarn and then you would dye it. You know, I'm gonna add it to my list of things.
They always use those aluminum pans, and it looks like it's boiling or simmering. And I'm not quite sure. I mean, I know when you get RIT dye for your clothing, you have to boil it, and so maybe it's the same concept. I don't know.
Yeah, probably, but like the way she gets, like you saw her colors, like how do you get those?
Yeah, Linda. Okay. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna go check that out. Are you doing it starting it this Wednesday?
Ooh, card making and Cricut. I have a Cricut that I have barely used. That'll be fun.
I don't have a Cricut.
I got a Cricut for my birthday last year, and I've only made those little eyes that I've shown y'all.
Oh.
For my amigurumis. That's all I've done with it.
You can make that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, Bridget likes Little Knits too. Simmer, never boil. Okay. Now I know. See, they're starting next week. Okay. Yeah, Bridget. Bridget says she's always willing to help. So if you're that, if you get interested and you want to do it, I'm sure she would guide you through it.
Yeah. That would require me buying more yarn.
If I were you and I wanted to do a project like that, I would only buy 1 or 2 balls of yarn, maybe enough to make a hat with.
Yeah, definitely, because what if it's like the loom thing and I don't like it at all?
Right. So I think you would like doing that. I really do.
But see if I can dye that. And then like, what do you need to spin your yarn? Like what fibers do you use?
You use, what do they call that stuff? What is wrong with my brain tonight? Roving. You use roving. Or you can just get raw sheep's wool and you can card it yourself. And that means separating the fibers. Carding it is separating all the fibers and making them go all the same direction. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I really...
You do, and I'm sitting here and I'm going, I don't have a clue of what you're saying.
The only reason I know about that is because I used to really enjoy watching people do it online. I've never done it myself, and really, I don't have an interest in doing it myself. But I do remember the carding part.
Any fiber and a drop spindle is the cheapest way to start.
Oh, yeah, definitely a drop spindle.
Drop spindle. She's typing this stuff in, and I'm going in there and copying her text and adding it to my notes.
Yeah.
That way I can, plan, prepare. Because, I'm not saying I'm going to do it tomorrow, but...
Right.
it's something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'll start watching some videos like she just suggested.
Right.
And I think it would be fun to make yarn, but I don't know. Like, I'd have to do it and see, because I don't know that it would be any more fun. Like, I enjoy buying yarn.
I do too. And
Like,
I
it
love
just
having a
brings
box
me
show up.
pleasure. Huh?
It's like Christmas, you know. You order your yarn and then you forget you ordered it, and this box shows up and it's full of yarn, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is the day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. So you have fun you have fun looking for it, then you have fun ordering it.
Yeah. And then
you get it, and it's a whole new surprise.
It really is.
You know.
It's a ritual thing.
So I don't know that, making it would provide all that, but learning a new skill, I'm all about learning new skills.
Definitely.
I enjoy that very much.
I mean, what if something were to happen and like a big old EMP or something like that, and we had to make our own yarn, or you never know what's going to happen next.
I don't think I would be worried about crocheting at that point.
Depends. Because, I mean, if people get cold, they don't have a blanket, you make them jokers a blanket and barter it for some chickens or something,
Well, yeah.
Or some alcohol or anything.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at that point, let's all be drunks because the world is ended. If you enjoy slow crafts and enjoy slow, repetitive movements, you will enjoy.
I do.
Mm-hmm. I find it very relaxing and a great way to ground. Okay. Good night, Denise.
Good night.
See you soon.
So I probably would enjoy spinning.
I bet you would.
I wonder if I should try that. Well, I think that the dyeing would be the cheapest route first, right?
Well, no, not if you got one of those drop spindles. They're not super expensive. I think you can get one for about $30.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little more, maybe a little less.
I mean, my paint kit's going to be more than that.
Right. Now, Bridget probably has a recommendation on what kind would not give you as much aggravation as another kind. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yeah, she's experienced.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably has a drop spindle that she might want to sell.
Oh, she might indeed. Ahem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's just not something that I'm too interested in, spinning. I like watching it.
And it just depends. Like, I like, like some people watch us because they like to watch crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Or like they actually, and I know a lot of people just come in here to chit chat and talk and be supportive, but a lot of people actually like get relaxation from watching us like do the diamond painting.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I like watching people crochet, but like, honestly, like watching like people diamond paint, it does absolutely nothing for me. I don't relax. I don't anything. It's like I love doing it, and it's relaxing to do it, but to watch somebody else do it, not something,
Yeah,
I enjoy doing.
I'm a doer, but I do like watching people card their yarn and the whole process, like from start to finish. It's very interesting. It's very interesting to me anyway. Look here, you going to try to pop off of there? Really?
She says, I collect spinning tools. I already have 4 wheels. One is a great wheel from the late 18. Oh,
wow. Have you ever seen the videos of the ladies um, doing their wool walking?
No.
Oh, that's fascinating. They're cleaning their wool and they do these songs and they sit at this table and they just I think can't remember. It's really cool. You oughta do it, watch a video of it. It's really cool. 16 is K. Okay. All right then. All right then. They sing these Scottish songs or Irish, I don't know, one of those things, and they're really cool and they just pound that wool to the beat of the music, and it's so therapeutic looking.
You said wool walking. I'll have to look that up. Oh, okay, there is acrylic paint set.
Hmm.
Did you order one?
No, I have
Oh, you have stuff.
stuff, yeah, but I think that's
Now, for those of you that are in here, if you need to order stuff from Amazon and you don't have an affiliate person that you already go through, an associate, go through any of my links
oh
in
yeah,
my description boxes. Because I haven't had any, like you can get it, like you have to meet certain requirements to get it. But then if you don't have, which I met, but then I haven't had any sales through my links for over a year now.
oh
So I
no,
think they'll allow me, I think it's 2 years or 18 months or something, like 18 or 24 months. I don't remember because I haven't looked at it in over a year. But
hmm,
if you don't make, if nobody buys anything through your affiliate links during that time, then you lose it.
oh
And then
no,
I don't even know if you qualify to go through it again or if you're just done. So if any of y'all, because I know we all, and of course it doesn't count. I can't buy it, or my family can't buy it because I don't know how they track
right,
it, but they track it.
right,
But yeah, if y'all want to buy, and you don't have to buy whatever's on the link, just click on the link to my description box and
right.
buy whatever it is that you're wanting to buy.
Okay, I'll have to remember to do that next time I order anything from them. Oh, I wish I'd have known that last week. Crap.
I'm gonna add this to my cart. I mean, it's hard to remember.
It is, but do you have that link on all of your videos?
Well, I have on most of the stuff, like on my pop-ups, I don't, but like on all my restream stuff that we do,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's there's links, whether it be for diamond painting or the camera or like
Okay.
all the stuff. And I have links on the other channel as well, but of course those are for like the homesteading things.
Right.
But yeah, there's links all over.
Okay. Well, I'll click on one next time I go shop. It might be a couple of weeks, but
Well, I think I still have either 6 months or 9 months or something like that.
okay. I'm sure I will order before then. Okay, I cannot see you.
Which I would have thought I would have had a lot more, but I guess I don't know why. Most of the stuff, I don't think I've ever had like, because I wasn't even really doing this channel. So the stuff that people did buy
Uh-huh.
that got me approved was through the homesteading channel. Because
Right.
people see you canning, or for example, when I was showing you all
The lids.
the lids and everything like that. So people see me using that and they're like, well, what is that? What is that? And I'll put the link and they'll buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But with the crafting stuff, it just doesn't happen the same, I guess.
Right. Well, and a lot of people who are crafting are doing the same thing that you're doing. They probably have all the stuff that you have.
Yeah.
But do you know I still haven't bought that stinking what do you call it? Oh, for the love of Pete. What? The knitting machine. What's it called?
The circular knitting machine, the Addy or the Centro?
The Addy. That's what I was trying to think of. Nope, haven't bought it yet.
Bridget, I just sent you a friend request on Instagram, and will you tell me how much I owe you and send me your cash app?
She said she's lucky to live in a very historically fiber craft area, being in South Carolina. Yeah. You know, where I used to live in Virginia was kind of that way too, especially up near Williamsburg in that area.
I think I looked it up when I first met Bridget. I don't think you live very far from me. Because you're in South Carolina. I'm in Georgia. Well, I don't know. Maybe it could be. It could be like from here to your place too, Charlotte. Hey, Jessica's in the house.
Jessica, hi. How are you, dear? What side of Georgia do you live on?
The West.
Okay.
So I think I'm like 3 or 4 hours from your parents, maybe.
Okay.
Because I'm not way up north, but kind of northwest. Which we are thinking about taking a trip to Savannah now. I don't know if we're going to make it this year, but
I went to Savannah once. It was okay.
Yeah, I had a conference there. I had to go. Well, how many times? I've been a few times, but it was all work related, never for fun. Although I did have fun because I got to go. I went on a ride to see the dolphins, and I got to go to the sea turtle sanctuary.
Yeah.
And I love that. I tell hubby all the time, I'm like, we have got to go. Like, you get to see the vets working on the animals right there. Like, it's a really cool experience.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, those weren't in Savannah, but they were within the area, within an hour or so from there.
Yeah.
And then we did a whole bunch of little stuff in Savannah. Oh my gosh, of course. I used to eat sweets then. They have awesome sweets.
Oh, yes, they do.
They have good food. But the thing that bothered me the most was I did not like the river smell.
No.
It was like my stomach was turning like a good portion of the time because that smell. So like they wanted to do things outside, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just want to go in my room and not smell it.
Right.
But
it's very marshy, swampy smelling.
Can
you imagine living there? I wonder if you'd get used to it.
I think you probably would. Good night, Jessica. See you soon.
Jessica. Thanks for coming in, dear.
So she's 45 minutes from Augusta. How far am I from Augusta? Probably a few hours.
You're a couple, yeah.
I don't like venture out a lot.
Have you been to the aquarium in Atlanta?
I'm 3 hours from Augusta. So yeah, so we're probably like 4 hours apart. 3 hours. So let's see, Augusta. Let's see, Savannah, because that's right there.
We almost moved to Augusta when we were trying to decide where to go. Augusta was one of the options. How we ended up here, I'll never know.
Yeah, I've been to the that was delayed. I must be getting tired. I have been to the Atlanta Aquarium.
You have?
Yeah, several times. It's nice. I enjoy it.
My daughter absolutely loves it there. She said it's the best aquarium she's ever been to.
I'd have to agree with her.
I have not gone, but I would like to. Of course, the thought of going to Atlanta kind of scares me too.
We're so close, and we avoided.
Like the plague.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's been, I don't know how many years it's been since we've been to the aquarium, but yeah, we've been several times.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, it's not like they always add new attractions, So even like if you wait like, even like 2 years, then they have something new. Or that's how, in our experience.
Right.
We've enjoyed it.
Sounds wonderful. I guess if I could make a trip to IKEA, because we are, believe it or not, we're in a IKEA dead zone. And I've never been to an IKEA, and I would like to see one.
I think I've only been maybe twice. I've only been like twice.
Really? I just want to go to the little restaurant and get some Swedish meatballs.
They do have good food.
And
some people go there just for the food.
That's what I've heard. Wow. I'm really surprised at how fast I've been able to do this. Little section. I mean, I'm not finished yet, but I'm very close.
I am doing my confetti here, and I can't tell close or not. I'm just all over the place.
Doesn't the confetti drive you crazy?
It kind of is starting to, actually. I was enjoying it because I do my own thing. No, no organization, just do whatever. But I'm really getting to the point now that I do think I'm going to start blocking things off.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I'm going to have to cover it. Like I know me, and for me to be able to see it, it's never going to work for me.
Right.
So I'm going to have it covered and then just do my little space at a time. Kind of like that one that you got in the mail, and you can just like take it, cut them apart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to have to do, where I can't see the rest of it, because as long as I can see the rest of it, I'm always going to venture off.
Yes.
But it is starting to get to me.
It's the little pixelation that drives me crazy. But you got to have some of it for detail. Oh gosh, what number did I say? You. Okay. I think I'm going to keep this one for myself and hang it on my wall. Now that Violet's going to be home longer than we thought. Jeez.
I think you'll enjoy it though, because she's gonna leave. Murphy's gonna leave. Like, I mean, I know, like, well, I don't know because you've had so many kids, but I know empty nest syndrome is, I know. My kids left. I went through a bit of depression.
Yeah, I get it, and I know, I've been through this 5 times already, and this is the last of them, and
that's going to be rough.
It's not going to be easy.
No.
However, I am confident that I will be able to get used to it. And if not, here's the beauty of it. I can always move right down the street from her. I can.
No, you'll definitely get used to it because, like I said, I went through, I think we both did, because that was like our life,
Yes.
And then they left. And the thing is that they're only a year apart.
Oh, wow.
And, one of them was ahead, like skipped grade. And so they both left at the same time. And so we went from, doing everything together to then it was just the two of us. And and there was no kids, and it hit us hard. And it took us, I would say, probably a good year, like after all the holidays went through,
Mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm.
know, and then we were like, not so bad. But it did take us probably about a year to
Yeah.
like actually adjust.
Yeah, I think, well, and these two, it's not that they're more special than the other kids. They're not. I mean, we love them all the same, but when they're the younger ones, it's just something different about that
Mhm.
relationship. She's my baby girl, and yeah. And then the boy, he's not moving anywhere. What am I talking about? He ain't going nowhere.
But yeah, it took us. I'm gonna go with about a year. It could have been longer. It took me longer than it took hubby. But what was funny was he was like, "Oh, because he always joke around. Oh, when they turn 18, I'm giving them eviction papers." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "You are doing no such thing." And but then when they were gone, he's like, "Oh my gosh." Like we were sitting, I remember this like it was just yesterday. Like we were sitting down and we were watching TV, and he looks over. He's like, and I look over him. I'm like, "You okay?" He goes, "Do you miss them?"
Oh.
I was like, "Yeah," and we both just bawled. Like
Oh.
it was,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and when my other ones left home, I was in the middle of raising kids. It was a different situation when they left home. And this time around, I'm not going to have anything left to do. And I'm getting that, I mean, I'm recognizing that. It's just going to be me and Poppy and. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just a completely different stage in life.
Mm-hmm.
Mapania. I'm butchering that. Map.
I'm sorry.
Welcome in. Map.
Oh, hello there. I'm sorry that I cannot pronounce your name, but I'm going to try. Mapanina? Can we just call you Nina?
Mapanina. That sounds about right. Get yourself a new something to focus on.
Yeah. Well, one of them will probably end up with a youngin' that I have to raise. No,
Oh my God.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Okay, I'm teasing.
I'm assuming you're not talking about Violet.
I am not talking about Violet.
I didn't think so.
I got her covered. She's in good shape. And that is the tragedy of having boys, my friend. You can't buy them any kind of birth control. You got to hope those girls are not lying to them. And they all lie. All them girls lie.
Well, no, they can use something.
Well, that's true. I mean, yes, you're right. And we have had that talk many, many times. And we actually have supplied the goods. We just have to trust that he will use it.
Yep, that's the key. It's got to use it.
Just use it. And yeah. I like to scare him. If you ever decide you want to get frisky with some little girl, I said, I need you to stop what you're doing and look deep into her eyes and ask yourself this one question. Do I want to pay this girl 25% of my income for the next 18 years?
Oh, that is so true.
That's what you ask yourself.
But you know what? In the heat of the moment,
They don't care.
the answer to that, he'd probably be like, "Yep."
Yep, I will. I don't know. My older son, I say that to all of my boys. My older son, he used to call me and he says, "You know, Mom, you ruined it for me this evening. You ruined it." I'm like, "What did I do?" Remember when you said, "Oh, yeah, I do remember that."
But it's not even that. It's like, go ahead and put on that rain jacket.
Right.
Like, I
Exactly.
mean,
Take care of
not
yourself.
hard.
Won't be a problem. Now here he is. Got the prettiest little boy in the whole world. I love him. He's
Oh,
so,
is that the one with the baby?
yeah. Yeah. Well, now he's also 30. How old is he? He'll be 35 in November. So, I mean, it's not like he's a high schooler, you know, but he sure is not married to that girl. And I don't think they have any intention of getting married, which is weird to me. But it is what it is. Excuse me.
See, I was under the impression that they were married.
No. Unfortunately, they are not. But they're just living their best life, right? None my business. P20. I worry about that whole situation because, you know, anything can happen. And they're not legally obligated to each other, which I think is sad. It seems like young people are not wanting to get married in, you know, in this day and age. And I'm not sure why, unless they just, I don't know, maybe a lot of them had bad experiences at home life, I guess. But I don't understand why it's not, doesn't seem to be important to them. Come on.
I mean, I guess if they've come from divorced homes and stuff like that, they may just see like it's just a waste.
Mm-hmm.
Or, if they had parents that wanted to but stayed in it because
Mm-hmm.
of
Because
children.
of the kids or
Yeah.
whatever. Mm. Well, I guess what they probably should learn is that nobody's life is perfect. And going through it by yourself is probably the loneliest thing, you know? I think so anyway. I wouldn't want to go through it by myself.
Right. But they're also young.
True. True. Mm. Well, and there's perks to being married too. But now I did used to tell my girls and the boys actually, if you don't trust somebody enough to go into business with them, you do not need to get married to them. Because I mean, ultimately, marriage is kind of a business contract, sort of, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be able to trust each other with business type things, you know. I was watching Dave Ramsey the other day. And
I enjoy Dave Ramsey.
oh, me too. Me too. I love him. Um, but he was listening to a call from one of his viewers, and apparently the husband went into all kinds of debt behind the woman's back, and she's talking about divorcing her husband over it. And I thought, oh my goodness, I don't know what I would do in that situation. Um, because he's basically ruined their 401k and their future, and they're not young people. I think she said she'd been married 30 years.
That's weird. And she's considering divorce.
Right, right.
I mean, that's not part of the vows.
Well, there's probably more to it than what there has to be, don't you think?
Maybe she was just speaking in anger.
Maybe, maybe. I would be mad.
Definitely.
Oh, I would be furious. We're not talking a little bit of debt. We're talking a couple $100,000. I mean, $5,000 I can deal with. You know, don't be going and buying no $60,000 car or house or whatever. Or
And did he do it trying to better them?
I don't remember. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But I know that the debt stuck with me, and I'm like, her reaction to it stuck with me. That's one thing that me and Poppy have never done. We just don't fight over money. And I don't know if we made that agreement in the beginning. It seems like we kind of did. But we just never have. We either have it or we don't. There's been times that we did and times that we didn't.
Yeah, and then if there's a big purchase, then you discuss
Then
it.
we discuss it, and yeah. Write out the pros and cons if we have to, you know. But I don't ever think that it's worth fighting over. Now, if you don't take the trash out on Tuesday, that might be something. And that's silly. Isn't it funny that when you get older and you've been in your marriage for a long time, I find this, I don't know if everybody does, the arguments just don't happen very often. You know, it's just not worth it.
You're absolutely right. It just isn't worth it.
Yeah, and you learn what battles are important and which ones aren't.
And most of them aren't.
And most of them just really aren't. And if you get frustrated, you know that you can just walk away till you're not frustrated anymore. Because I do have a tendency to get frustrated. It's not with, it's not with I don't get frustrated with Poppy. I get frustrated, I think, more at myself. But I have a tendency to take it out on Poppy. That's not good.
No.
So I've learned how to just be quiet. Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, you know.
Well, you can't take back words,
Right.
and so when you get upset or when you get angry, I know when I was younger, I would just, I did not have a filter. If I was angry, that's what you were getting. If I was whatever I was feeling or thinking, that's
Mm-hmm.
what was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a lot of years, I guess, to build that discipline or that
Mm-hmm.
self-discipline of, when I get angry or I get upset, it's just, don't react in the moment, hold it in, rethink what you want to say. It's what you want to say, even if you're willing to wait a day or two to say it in a
Right.
calm, respectful manner. Is
Right.
it even worth it though? Is it worth letting those words out of your lips
Mm.
where it could permanently hurt someone?
Right.
Or insult someone or belittle someone?
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
is it worth that, or is it better for you just to go ahead, suck it up, swallow that pride and move
Blow it
on?
and move on. Tomorrow is another day.
Exactly. But it took me years to get there.
Yeah, me too. And sometimes I backslide now and then too with it, you know, because I'm a hothead.
I can thank God I am not any longer, but I was. I was a little terror.
Were you?
I was. And hubby says, he goes, you like, you found God and you've changed and all that. He goes, but Jackie, I see it in your eyes sometimes, and I know you could go off on someone in a click. And I'm like, you're probably right.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a very sharp tongue, and sometimes I still do. Um, and sometimes it's not super intentional either. Sometimes it's just that I'm a very matter of fact, practical, and I don't realize that I've said something to be. I'm not intending to be hurtful to my, my kids or my husband. It's just that I say things the way they are, and they look at me like, oh, oh, and I have to apologize. I'm like, I didn't mean to say, I'm not trying to imply whatever. It's just, this is a fact. This is the way things are, and let's deal with it, you know. But,
Yeah, I'm still matter of fact though, but I'm not harsh like I used to be, or I try not to be. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't always come easy. Sometimes it does take effort and discipline,
yes,
even now.
definitely. Got to do that talking to yourself. That's what I do anyway. When I'm starting to get a little riled up, I'll say, okay, Charlotte, this is not the time or the place. You don't want to do this. It's too stressful. And it doesn't do anybody any good, to get bent out of shape. My blood pressure don't need that mess. But my dad, I think I got it honest. My father, it was a hothead when I was growing up, and I don't know if it's a genetic thing or if it's just environmental, but it rubbed off, and I stayed that way for a very long time. I honestly think that I've gotten better than him controlling it. Because sometimes my dad still gets a little snippy with folks, and especially his wife. But you know what? She's the most tolerant person in the world. If anybody in the world could be married to my father, it's her. She tolerates him where I would have probably not have lasted very long if I'd have married somebody like him.
My hubby is, I know when people say bless your heart or whatever, like some people think it's offensive. When I say like bless his heart, like he was a godsend to me. Like
mine too.
He is just so patient, so loving, so soft spoken, so like just truly loves me, you know, regardless of like, because I can, yeah. I mean, and I'm easier to deal with now, but I mean, he's had over 30 years, you know. I'm like, bless his heart. He tolerated me.
Poor man put up with a bunch, didn't he?
You know, like he just, but I mean, now in my defense, he married me like that.
Right.
He knew, like, it wasn't like I put up a front that I was sweet and nice. Like, he knew who I was from the get-go.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's put up with me all these years.
I feel the same way. Poppy was a huge blessing to me. He came at the right time.
Yes.
And he was a miracle for me, truly. I mean, I could have I could have done what I needed to do without him, but it was nice having him. And he's always been very patient with me too. Knowing that I'm a crazy firecracker too. And like you said, I was that way when he got me. And I had a whole bunch of baggage. And I tried to run him off. When he asked me to marry him, I laughed at him and I said, "Oh, you're serious?" And I said, "Wesley, you are young," because I'm older than him. 7 years older. But not just 7 years older. I had so much more life experience than he had. He had joined the Navy and had never lived on his own. He had no children. He had no ex-wives, no nothing. And here I had all this baggage, and I said, "You really need to go find somebody your own age, that you can start a family with and, do everything the right way." And I was trying to save him from me, but he didn't want that.
He loved you.
He did. He loved my kids too. He will argue with you today if you call them anything but his children. And he knows they've got fathers. But to him, they are his. And he didn't get Erica. We got married when Erica was, I think, 14. And Rachel was 11. And then Logan, of course, he was 10-ish. They're 18 months apart, and I never can remember.
Oh, so you had yours close too. Mine are 13 months.
I have.
Well, actually, not even. They're just a year and 5 days apart.
Oh, wow. No, mine, my first set of little Irish twins were 17 months apart. And then Benjamin and Bailey are 13 months apart. And then Violet and Murphy are 3.5 years apart. And my first one to the second one is 3.5 years apart. Crazy.
You have twins?
No,
Oh,
no. I call them Irish twins when they're back to back to back like that.
oh, okay.
Yeah. And actually, Benjamin and Bailey were supposed to be 14 months apart, but Bailey was born 5 weeks early. He was such a tiny little thing. He looked like a little alien.
You said he was how many weeks early? 5?
5. What was interesting, he was perfectly healthy. He didn't have any trouble breathing or anything. Oh dear. Okay, where am I at? He was just small. He was so small. And it wasn't, well, smallest baby I had ever had. He was 4 pounds and 9 ounces.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, definitely not like those poor preemies in the NICU, you know. But he got to come home with me and everything. He was perfect. Which was
good.
That was another blessing there. Yeah.
Bridget says my youngest 2 are 11 months, 1 week apart.
Oh, wow.
Was in a hurry.
That's so amazing.
So yours are just a month less than mine apart. Yeah. Wow. You know, growing up, they were like so close.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just, well, a lot of people thought they were twins, you know.
Right.
But as they got older and older, like, I mean, still when they get together, they're like, you know, it's like they never skipped a beat, you know.
Right.
They're not close like they were, though, as far as like, you know, talking to each other all the time and stuff like that. They don't do that.
They both grew
up. It's sad, I guess, because I always thought, oh, you know, like we've always been so close.
Right. Rachel and Logan are very close, and they talk every day.
Oh, wow.
And they're 35 and 36. Or, well, right now they're whatever. Anyhow, they're close to 35.
You're like me. I'm like, I don't know. They're just grown.
They're just grown.
Grown.
And then Benjamin and Bailey despise each other. And I don't understand it. I don't know what happened between them. But they do not care for each other one bit. And they used to be like little twins. People thought they were, like you said, they thought they were twins. They looked alike. They resembled very much. Now they don't, but the younger one looks like me. The older one looks like, actually, like my oldest daughter. But the younger one does favor me the most out of all of them. This is starting, I don't know it. Excuse me.
You need to take some of those cough drops, the Mucinex.
Yeah, That's a good idea. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
I really like these a lot. Oh, wow. Hang on. 9 weeks after I had my baby girl, I dropped dead. Oh, my goodness. In the ER with a massive heart. Oh, Bridget, I am so sorry.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
goodness. How old were you, for goodness sakes? Oh, but you're alive now. That must have been very scary. Life can be crazy, but the things we don't allow to keep us down only make it. That is true, Bridget. You were only 24. Good grief. Mm, 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 mm. I had a heart attack 6 years ago in October, and it wasn't a massive widowmaker. Well, it would have been if I'd have went to sleep, but I didn't. Called 911 instead. But I knew what was happening, and I knew I was in trouble. But I never lost consciousness, thank God. I remember laying in the bed begging God that if I have to die, take me now, because I do not want to wake up with broken ribs.
That's what you thought of.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Wow.
I know what it looks like when they do CPR. I don't want to go through that. Well, at the time, I don't, I wouldn't choose to go through it again. Thankfully, they didn't have to do that.
"24, though, that was so young.
So young. They gave you 5 years. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What does it say?
Later, they gave her 5 years to live. And 16.
No.
Now it's 16 years later, and she's still here loving life. Bless your heart. And I mean that sincerely, not in the Southern way. Well, the Southern way is a bunch of different. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I'm happy that you survived and you are here.
Definitely.
Was that a genetic thing? Oh my goodness, they broke 3 ribs in your collarbone.
Oh my gosh.
Took a med flight that night. Spent the next year in and out of the hospital. They found cancer. Oh, for the love of Pete. I am so speechless.
Blood clot shot to the heart.
That makes me want to cry.
So she's a cancer survivor as well.
Oh my gosh. Well, baby, you sure know what you're made of, don't you? Blood clot shot to your heart.
That's a lot to go through at that early of an age. And then you figure she just had the baby that was like 11 months, and then she had another one. I mean, come on.
Just blow after blow. So you had a blood clot from the delivery? Is that what they think? Or Tough stuff. Yep. You sure are. You are made of tough stuff. Stubborn nag and proud of it.
Hmm.
I have an undiagnosable blood clotting disorder. Randomly formed clots. So did my. Oh my goodness. Undiagnosable.
So do you still get clots now? Or are you on medication for that? Or
I would assume she's probably on some heparin or something.
because that would be scary to just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
live knowing that at any moment a blood clot can just take your life.
Well, that could apply to anybody, really. She's just more aware of it because of her history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
None of the tests come up positive, but yet we still clot on meds now. Good. Good. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Do you have to be randomly, periodically checked while you're taking those blood thinning meds? I'm just curious. None of the tests come. Oh, I already read that. Mm-mm. One of my daughter's teachers at school, when she was a senior in high school, well, it was the summer before her senior year, the band director, the assistant band director, had a clotting disorder, but she didn't know about it. And it ended up causing her to have a stillbirth about a week before the baby was due.
No, no.
Saddest thing. Oh my gosh, it was heartbreaking for her. I just felt terrible. Everybody did. Everybody loved her, and but they found out that the reason for it was this clotting. It starts with an A. Antiphospholipid something is the name of it. And apparently it was genetic, and that's what caused her to lose her baby. I think she told me that it was a autoimmune kind of thing. And she just had another baby about it. I don't know, maybe. I don't think he's a year old yet. But yeah, that was tough. That was tough for her. Tough for everybody. I mean, of course, tougher for her, but the kids were devastated. The parents were concerned. Just, it's funny how one person's tragedy can affect so many,
Yeah.
because we all just loved her so much. She's actually now the assistant band director at the college that Violet's about to go to. Which is cool. You stay in the doctor's office, but the blood thinner I'm on doesn't require them. You know what? I'm so glad to hear that, because I take a blood thinner too. And I told him, I said, you need to get me on something that does not require a lot of testing. I don't want that. And I need to be able to take it once a day, because they had me on one that was twice a day. I'm like, I forget it. So Here's what I need to keep myself alive. Can you do that? And they did. They did.
Oh, wow. She's making me a shipping label already.
Oh, wow.
You are on the ball. Like, talk about business.
Mm-hmm.
That is quick.
You know, I've been thinking about opening up a little Etsy shop. But I don't want anybody to ask me to make them anything. You know what I mean?
Well, you
I don't
don't have to. You just don't offer that option.
Yeah. I just want to be able to throw some stuff up there. If people want it, fine. If they don't, that's fine too.
And that's the thing that I need to, like, I tell myself all the time, like, like, I don't like all the description and, like, the
Mhm.
fiber that you use and the,
Mhm.
like, so many little boxes to fill out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then I watch people that don't, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that, but like, I'm like, okay, I want to do that. Like, just, for example, just take the picture of Tanner,
Yeah.
post them up with a price, and let it be at that, right? And there is some people that do that, and they make business like that. But
Yeah.
Etsy has it where what you should do is you list the fibers, you list the how tall, how wide, how the size, the measurements. You list. If you go down through that, you list. I don't even know how many things.
Oh, for goodness sake.
And then your description, you have to in your search field for your title, because
Mhm.
it all goes through like the search engine. And then so you have your title that has to, you need certain words or to be like pulled up, in searches. And then your
Mhm.
description. And it's just like it's overwhelming, which is why I do not enjoy doing it one bit. But
Right.
it's not necessary, I guess, because I see people just take the picture, put a price, and be done with it. And I keep telling myself, and I've been telling myself this for almost a year, I'm going to do that.
Mhm.
I'm going to do that. And then I'm like, that's not you. Like, you can't do that. But then at the same time, so
Mhm.
here's all my amigurumis just sitting here where nobody can see them,
Right.
where if at least I just put them up there with a price, they might stand the chance of being sold.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I was thinking about trying to make some things that, don't take me very long to make. And I don't know, just see how it would go. But I don't want to do all that either.
Yeah, right.
All the, just, seems like a lot.
Which is why I don't like it. But I mean, it's not mandatory. Let's just put it that way.
Right. Bridget got right on that order. She said, "Yes, ma'am. I don't play with my customers. I will ship everything in the morning before I go to bed." Bless your heart.
Oh my gosh, Bridget.
Mm. That's a way to get it done. Mm-mm-mm. Never mind. It's not important.
What?
Every time I get on StreamYard to do a live stream, I forget to monetize the live stream.
Oh.
Every single time. And especially if I'm doing it like on the fly, like tonight, I was like doing it in a hurry. And yeah. And I just realized that I did it again. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Well, can you, well, you don't,
I can do it now. I just did it.
oh,
Yeah. It's fine. It just makes me kind of mad with myself when I do that. Because you don't do Etsy because people that don't craft make money off of crafters' hard work. It only cost me $200 to have my site built and $50 a month to keep it. My guy does everything for me. Oh.
see, I don't make enough sales to pay $50 a month. I would just be out of pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought start with Etsy because you only pay for your, your listing month. They charge you I think it's like 3 or 4 months or whatever for your listing. But, and then you pay, of course, when you sell, they get their percentage out of that.
Right.
And I don't have to pay monthly or anything, that website fee.
Right.
But there is a lot more competition though in Etsy though, because somebody goes to see your stuff. Etsy shows them all the stuff, not just your stuff.
That's
So
right.
there is that. But.
Oh, I bought an octopus pattern. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Let me see. I can post it up here. This way. It's I haven't bought a lot of patterns this week. Just this one. Yeah, just this one. Let's see. I thought it was really cute. It's not one of those realistic looking ones like like we had been looking at before.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how to do this again. Let's see. Present. Share screen. This one. Can you see it? Not yet. There.
Hang on, because I have 2 screens up and my YouTube screen, for whatever reason, is always behind. Oh, I like it.
Isn't it adorable?
It is.
So I've decided I'm going to make that one next. But now they used 4-weight yarn to make that. And I don't want to use 4-weight yarn.
Just take the same pattern and do it with the chenille. It's just going to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, I have some 4-weight chenille that I could use too, but I don't know. We'll see.
I like it.
I might end up doing both. Like one in 4-weight and one in, chenille. Yeah. But I really liked him a lot. I think I'm going to send that to my grandbaby with the sea turtle. And I also got a pattern for a little clam that has a pearl in it, like a ball. And I thought that was adorable. Let's see if I can find it. Yikes. There it is. Okay. And then, of course, he'll get the snuggle slug. I'm going to send him the green one, I think. Let's see. This is so cute. Share screen. Now, they're calling it a mussel, but I don't think it's a mussel. Looks like a clam to me. What do you think?
It looks like a clam to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's for the baby?
Yes. And I thought I would embroider the eyes on. But on the other things that I did, I took your advice. Remember that when you did that? This was back at Christmas time, and you were doing some eyes, and you melted.
Yeah, I do that. I do that with all my safety eyes, except for like the really big ones.
Well, I did that because I didn't want him pulling them off. But maybe I should just embroider the rest of them since he's so small. I don't know.
I like that too. I think the little ball is small though. The pearl.
Yeah, but if I do it with chenille, it'll be okay. That's in 4-weight. So I think if I do it in chenille, it'll be bigger. I don't know. I'll just have to make it up and see what happens. You think he might get that in his mouth?
The little ball, yeah.
Well, maybe I won't give him that one. Maybe I'll give that one to my other grandson. Or maybe I'll just keep it for myself. You never know.
You could put it over there near your fish pen, wherever you hang your fish pen.
I could. That's a good idea. But I found a new cat pattern that I really like too. Check this out. Okay, the more I do this, the better I get at it. So that's good. Look how adorable that cat is. Those cats.
Yeah.
And those are no-sew, which I like. I have discovered that I really like doing amigurumi that is the least amount of sewing possible.
Yeah, I do too.
So there's that. Oh, look at Cooper the chicken. Cooper's cute. I haven't bought him yet either. He's just sitting around in my cart waiting for me. I love him. And he's
I was looking at a pattern similar to that recently. It had it was like a whole bunch of the birds. Like it was like the flamingo and like just like a whole bunch of them. I don't even remember how many. I think I still have it in my car actually.
Right.
Because I think they're so cute. They're just like they're snugglers.
Yeah, snugglers. So I thought I would send that to the baby, but I'm gonna definitely embroider the eyes on that one, or make them really big. I guess maybe I don't know. What do you think? Because he's only
my opinion is that if it is going to a child who is going to potentially stick them in their mouth and play with them, that they should be embroidered.
Okay, I'll do that. But I just love that chicken. I thought he was adorable.
He is.
He had the same maker. It's called the Cozy Stitch. Cozy Stitch. COSY. I don't. Anyhow, there's a Dewey the Dragon too, and he's cute, but he looks more like a teddy bear. And then I found this little dragon, and it's a what do you call it? A lovey snuggler too. Let's see.
Did you buy all these patterns?
No, they're still in my cart. I'm waiting. I'm just gonna buy them as I make them. You know what I mean? Oh, fiddlesticks.
Oh.
Isn't he cute?
Yes. Well, Charlotte, do you even need the pattern?
I don't know, because he kind of looks a lot like Tanner, doesn't he?
Yeah. So all you would do is make the Tanner head, and then you'll have to attach it to the body and look at the body and just get the body to where you want it. And you're going to start off on the tip of the tail on the bottom, and you're going to start thinner, and then you're going to keep increasing till you get to it looks like the middle of the tail, and then you're going to go straight up like you see it.
Right.
And then that part will be done, and then of course you'll attach the head to it. The wings I'd have to analyze just a little bit.
It looks really easy.
And then they're not spikes, but the spikes, then you're just going to go in there and do them as you go. So they're going to be no sew. So you're going to just attach at the end of the tail, and then you're going to like, it looks like maybe half double crochets or double crochets, a few of them, and then
stitch of some sort.
Go into it and then go again and again and again. And the legs and the arms you're going to do like Tanner, except smaller.
Jane, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm such a bozo.
Jane is so helpful.
She really is. She really is.
But I mean, the pattern's only $4, but
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I have she's already sent me
a coupon.
a little discount coupon, yeah. So I'm not too concerned with that. Some of
Yeah,
these
I
are
always see it
so
as a challenge,
expensive.
like see something and then just try to recreate it.
Right, right. I'm just not that brave.
My brain just automatically does that.
And then I found a seal. Oh, here's the bigger clam. What? Look at this. Look at this. Okay, this is a lot bigger.
Surface crochet, yeah, I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that dinosaur. And as I'm looking at him, I'm like, I can just do that on my knitting machine.
You could. There's
Because you
the
know, I
big
already do the bunny loveys and I do the bear lovey, so make a
right,
I
right.
think a dino lovey was on my list of things to make. I have a whole list of things to do on that machine.
Mm-hmm. There's the bigger clam.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
That would be good for the baby.
I think so too. And plus, there's a ball, so he could,
Yep.
maybe
And
chase.
then if you got that one, because you have that one and it comes with the mini, so
Right, right. So yeah, I could get that one too. I forgot I had that one in my. It's like I said, it's just in my cart, just floating around in there, waiting, just waiting. Oh, and there's a seal. I love this one. And that looks super, super, super simple.
I think the seal I made was I think it was in, I don't know, was it in worsted weight or was it, I don't remember. Huh.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
I love him. And I'm getting some gray yarn, so why not? I'm not a fan of gray, but I decided why not. Oh, and look at these are adorable, and I've got to make one. Okay, watch this. There.
Oh, hooks.
Aren't they adorable? Ah,
They're crochet hooks.
I know.
All different sizes.
I got the biggest kick out of that when I saw it.
We have to pick stuff. So do you have stuff picked out for tomorrow? I don't have stuff picked out for tomorrow.
Well, my idea was the little dragon, the little green dinosaur dragon, whatever he is.
Well, I think I'm going to go with we'll probably all like it.
Yeah. And also, I was thinking of this little guy. You might like this too. There. What do you think of him?
The manatee.
Mm-hmm. Meh. Yeah, okay, never mind. You don't care for him so much.
I think he's missing detail.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Okay. Guys, I think I'm going to end it and try to go to bed.
Okay.
I hate to do that, but...
Oh, you're fine. You've been on for, I don't know.
A couple of hours?
No, it says 3 on my end, so it's got to be more than that.
Oh, for the love of Pete. 3:19:39. Look at there. Time flies, doesn't it?
It does. It has gone by quickly.
It has. It really has. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jackie, for coming up here. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Jackie, the lurkers back there just lurking, check out her channel. Jane Doe, if you don't mind dropping Jackie's link for me, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
Jane, thank you so much for moderating my channel. And Bridget, it has been wonderful to meet you. And I cannot wait for you to come back, maybe. And I will go check out your channel. I actually already subscribed to your channel when Jackie told me you were having that sale. So I'm going to go take a look again so I can actually pay attention this time. Everybody have a wonderful night. And I will talk to you again on Saturday evening at 9 o'clock. No crafting, just a bunch of hangout and talking with friends, okay?
Don't forget, though, we're going to become tonight on my channel at 9 p.m.
That's right.
Eastern.
That's right. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah. We are all, let's see, me. Is Kelly coming?
I think Kelly is. And I'm not 100% sure on Renee, but
yeah, Renee.
Probably.
Her boy had surgery today, I think. Max.
No, he's having surgery, I think, once she comes back from Oregon, and she's leaving to go to Oregon on Monday.
Okay. Well, anyhow, there's going to be at least 3 of us crafting tomorrow and deciding what we're going to make in the future. So at 9
Eastern,
8 Central.
So hopefully we will see you there.
A wonderful evening or morning. Have a great day tomorrow. Jackie, thanks again.
Thank you.
See you soon. Good night.
Bye. Bye, guys.